justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. This is Monday, January 8th. If you have any questions, comments, or business with this body, come up to the microphone, give us your name and address. Tell us what's on your mind. I'd ask everyone, in the interest of the crowd and the good order, keep everything courteous and calm. Have a roll call, please.
Mayor Cedar?
Here.
Councilmember Gottler?
Here.
Councilmember Kupa?
Here.
Councilmember Laporte?
Here.
Councilmember Paul?
Present.
Councilmember Volt?
Here.
Councilmember Watt?
Here.
All present.
Thank you. Number 4 is the consent agenda. A and B, City Council minutes of December 18th, 2023, regular meeting recommendation approve. And B is the St. Clair Historical Commission annual report recommendation to receive.
Motion to approve A and B as presented.
Support.
All right, motion's made. Support. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There's a presentation tonight, a very important presentation. We are fortunate tonight to have the leadership from Cargill Salt here tonight, and Teresa's here. So, Teresa, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Thank you. Before I get started with a quick introduction, I would like to have Karen Foley, our chairperson for our Rec Commission, and Mike Barnum. He's a resident that's been involved with the Kletcher Park project from the beginning. So if I can have them up here with me, that would be great. So last spring, we did a community outreach meeting where we proposed the changes that we wanted to make to Kletcher Park. And since then, as a Rec Commission and the Rec Department, we have been working on applying for grants, and we've done some fundraising for the project. And tonight, we have some representatives from Cargill Salt that are going to make a presentation on behalf of our project. So if you want to come up here.
Whoa.
Holy.
Trying to block him out. Wow.
Do you want to make a brief comment, or?
Well, again, as Teresa said, we've been working with the city, had a couple meetings here, met with the board. The closest of the site is just down the street from us, of course. We have a lot of employees who have grown up playing Little League at that park. Some fond memories as we talked about this meeting tonight. I made the rounds, and the plan was talking with folks who can remember, hitting their first base hit or their, pitching experience there. Talking about the Tigers when they used to come into town back in the 60s and hang out at the inn and take pictures with the Little League kids. So I know Mr. Freehand's working on some historical facts. I know Mr. Barnum's working on some material as well, but it's our honor to be able to help support something that's just down the road from us. It's in our ward, it's in the shadow of our building, and we feel it has a certain place in our area as well, in the hearts of the employees that are working in the facility and those that have retired and passed on. So please accept this as our offer to get the Kletcher Park started.
Awesome.
I'll add too, I think a lot of the discussion was that this donation would go towards the splash park.
Yes.
The splash pad at the Kletcher Park. That was one of the proposed improvements. So it was just great for Cargill to step up, and they basically said they wanted to take ownership of that splash pad, and it was a great meeting when we found out all of it. So if you want to find out more about the Kletcher Park project, we have information on our website, stclairrec.com, and we will be doing another community outreach coming up late January and February, but we can accept donations at any time at City Hall. You can contact our rec department or come in person, and we're just really excited about the project. And these people are great people to work with, because we work with them for our Safety Town Day, our Kids Fishing Day, tree planting, our concerts. They've been involved with our 4th of July fireworks and all that. So we're looking forward to working with you. And we'd like to do just a quick photo op, if possible. And if the mayor and John Watt, our council representative, wants to join us up here. I think we'll go in front here or to the side. I might have to ask Annette to be our photographer. Want us to just be right here? Face that. Okay. Want the mayor, you want to get in there?
Awesome.
I'm tall, I'm going to be in the back. I'll get over by Lee here, we're tall.
Splash pad.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I told them to get out of here in time for the kickoff. You gonna take that back with you?
Yeah, you kicking the rest. Your bathing suit.
Don't have one.
That's awesome.
That's why you
that's
see it.
Hey,
You're not going to see it.
before all you Cardinal people
glare from
run
the
out of here,
sun.
Matt, Kat, Lee, where's Sebastian? He's still, Matt still, Matt? You know, it's been a tremendous partnership with what Diamond Crystal Salt, Cargill, whatever. Cargill has just been great for this community, and you guys are so supportive. You're good people. I dare say that you're the salt of the earth.
And you can call us a diamond any day you want.
Good to see you, Sebastian.
Salt of the earth.
Okay, you guys, thank you very much, really.
I knew he was up to something.
Uh-huh.
That look.
Yep.
I've been cooking on that one for a little while, huh?
All right, there's a topic near and dear to all of us. We're going to go to ordinances resolution. A, ordinance introduction 2024-1, cats.
Your Honor, I can take that.
Thank you.
As a matter of historical reference, the council will recall last fall, on October 2nd, there was an ordinance introduction for a proposed amendment to the animal control ordinance. It was brought back for adoption on October 16, and rather than vote on it, it was placed on the table because of some concerns council members had. That began a rather extensive investigation and fact-finding process by administration, and the fruit of that is a new revised amendment, which is before you tonight. Procedurally, though, the first amendment that was introduced on October 2nd and tabled on October 16th should be brought off the table and voted down, with the new revised ordinance being introduced at tonight's meeting.
You're looking for a motion to bring back off the table the ordinance from back
On October the 2nd,
October 2nd.
I'll make that motion.
Supported.
All right, the motion made, supported. To bring back off the table the motion, the ordinance about cats from October 2nd.
And we're voting to take this off the table, correct?
the vote would be to decline to adopt it.
Okay.
So,
Do we have to vote first to bring it
Yes.
off the table?
yes.
So
And
we have to
then,
vote yes, take it off the table, and then decline the,
So the first vote is to enable us to vote on it again.
Correct.
So I guess we would call the roll.
Gatler?
Yes?
Yes. Kufa?
yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Volz?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And now the motion has been brought off the table, is on the table. Now, do we need a motion now to vote on that
yes.
motion?
And it can be phrased either affirmatively to adopt the motion in all nays, or it can be phrased to deny the motion, and it can be all yays. It's the preference of the council.
All right, so the motion can be,
I'll make the motion to deny the motion as presented at the October meeting.
I'll support.
all right, the motion's made, supported. Any questions? So a yes vote means we're turning it down.
Yes.
That's all right. All right.
Correct.
Call the roll, please.
Kufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Volz?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Gatler?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Right.
Then the third.
Now, the third motion is going to be for ordinance number 2024-01, the new and improved version.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll support it.
All right, the motion made, supported. Any questions?
My only question is for further offenses under penalty of violations, do we just continue with municipal infractions each time?
I believe that's how it's phrased. Yes. Yeah, I see that.
It says first offense under this article, so to say any offense under this article, this is my only question. Or all offenses?
No, excuse me. I stand corrected. This would be charged as a misdemeanor offense if there's a violation of the ordinance.
Okay.
That's section 1039.
Didn't say that. Oh, yeah, it does.
So each offense is a misdemeanor?
Correct.
Okay. So it says a first offense under this article may be deemed a municipal civil infraction. Is there a difference that I just don't understand there?
No, it would be discretionary with the officer.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Thank you.
certain of our ordinances where there is a discretion, and I think it's based on the dog ordinance in animal control where.
Similar language can be.
Similar language,
Gotcha.
correct.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Anybody else? Call the roll, please.
Laporte,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Watt,
Yes.
Scottler,
Yes.
Kufa,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right. We will go to B, ordinance introduction 2024-2, pool rooms.
I can do that one too, Your Honor, if you like. Your Honor and members of council, before you is a proposed ordinance resolution to the pool rooms ordinance. Again, just as an historical note, this is an ordinance originally adopted in 1975. This had very sparse attention in the intervening years. I think a single amendment maybe 25 years ago. Mr. Skirdo, the city's planner, observed an issue that had come before planning that warranted some further attention, and the proposed amendment before you tonight addresses verbatim the concerns Mr. Skirdo had. And if I could paraphrase those issues that he saw, the original ordinance from 1975 treats any establishment with a pool table as a pool hall, requiring a license. And what this amendment does, it allows the city to distinguish between actual pool halls, who are in the business of serving pool players, versus, it could be a church or a business that has a pool table in a rec room that's ancillary to the purpose of the business. They would not be required to have a license. So it adds an element of discretion that heretofore does not exist.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
Questions? Call the roll, please.
Paul,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Watt,
Yes.
Scottler,
Yes.
Kufa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution, or number C, resolution 2401, exemption certificate revocation.
Let me take this one.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. This is Resolution 2401. It's revoking the commercial rehabilitation exemption certificate. That's number C2019018, issued to SMDRP LLC. The managed agent is Jeff Katowski. And this resolution, the City of St. Clair adopted at a regular meeting. This was done on the 8th of January, today, 2024 at 7 p.m. Pursuant to PA 210 of 2005, as amended after a duly noticed public hearing held on March 4th, 2019, the City Council by resolution established at 301 North 6th Street, they gave them a commercial rehabilitation exemption. Whereas the city approved the commercial rehabilitation application, and we are now citing that they failed to proceed in good faith with the operation and the rehabilitation of the facility within the construction period allowed. Now, therefore, be resolved by the City Council that the City Council hereby revokes the commercial rehabilitation exemption certificate, and is my recommendation that we move forward with this. And that certificate of exemption would be made at the signing of the document if passed, as of today.
I make a motion to approve.
I'll support that.
Questions? Call the roll, please.
Foltz,
Yes.
Watt,
Yes.
Scottler,
Yes.
Kufa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Let's go to number 7, Report Administrations A, City Superintendent, Mr. Bishop.
I have one thing I'd like to talk about, the Clinton Avenue Bike Path project. So after Body Construction had halted operations because of the weather, we had last Friday a meeting with Body Construction, Bob Beath and myself, and also Ryan Kern from AEW. We talked about our displeasure in the quality and the expectations that weren't met with the work that had been performed already. Ryan had a further conversation with Body Construction. This Friday, we are aiming at a time when everybody's available, but this Friday, we are going to have an on-site meeting, and we will be identifying all the areas that will be removed and corrected on the retaining walls. We'll also be looking at all the asphalt that's been laid down and making sure that any areas that do not meet that expectation will also be cited for correction. We'll have a further discussion about what it looks like to continue the project in the spring. As of right now, the project has stopped approximately at 4th Street. So the only update I have about the bike path is that the issues have been cited. We've taken it directly to the contractors. The contractors have responded that they will meet us again on site on Friday, and we will be marking all the areas that need to be removed before any other work continues.
Will they be putting another layer of asphalt on top?
Yes, what they have right now is a base layer, and that was to prevent any kind of washout and mud from the winter weather. Yeah.
Okay.
Are homeowners going to be invited to attend this, or is it just?
It's just a construction meeting. It's not a public meeting. More than welcome. You see the truck, you see us out there. Right, come on out. We're there. We're going to be stopping by 11:04, so we'll be there. Look at the retaining walls.
Want me to serve coffee?
I wouldn't expect anything less, Phil. Black, no cream.
What time's that meeting?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll know soon, though.
Okay.
Yep. That's all I have.
I would just ask that we make sure that we have everything done and acceptable by everybody before we move on for that last phase. Make sure that that's done. Because I hate to see them start their project and put another crew on 4th Street tearing that up, and they haven't completed what they said they were going to. So I would ask that we get that done and make sure that we approve that before they go on.
Yeah, and I would be remiss, but I was at that same meeting, and the guy who was representing Body, I literally looked him right in the eye and just look at, that. This has to be the first thing you do. And he understood that.
That's all I have.
Okay, right, Mr. Dunn?
Is that telephone pole always gonna stay in the middle? The one on 10th Street?
You have a question, come up here, Bill, please.
Josh, you familiar with this part?
I'm not, no.
Yeah.
Here's your name and address, please.
Huh?
Name and address, please.
Bill Westrick, 1210 12th Street. Is that telephone pole always gonna be in the middle of the bike path? On the one that's on 10th and Clinton?
I hope not, and I plan it.
Well, I
it's a
thought the
utility pole.
engineer should know, and I thought maybe he might have told you or nothing.
AEW. No, AEW's here this evening, and Ryan couldn't make it tonight, but we'll make sure we have that taken care of by Friday. 10th, light pole.
You can't miss
and
it.
10th.
Yeah, neither can bike riders.
I'm sure it's going to be removed. I just don't have a specific answer for it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Downey, you have anything tonight?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Mr. Downey? Any city departments? Chief?
Two things real quick, because there is a football game on tonight. We're starting our second Citizen Academy, because the first one was so popular. February 9th, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, every Tuesday for 10 weeks in this room. So we already have 10 applicants, and they keep coming in little by little, so hopefully we get 20. And then second, I think I need to bring to your attention, you guys approved the Ice Fest or whatever we call it, whatever it's called.
AC Bazaar?
Yeah, but those events, I got a call from them, they want to make one change because of everything that's in the plaza and the band. The crowd may expand into M29, so they're requesting to close M29. So that's not a big deal for us, other than it requires a few more city resources, so I figured I should bring it to you since that wasn't in the original.
Close that from where to where?
Just for
Well,
Saturday?
we're going to hard close it from J and Vine. And if we
Whole
get,
length of the
if
plaza?
we're going to do it at 6 o'clock and end it at midnight, and if it looks like the crowd's not that big, we'll open it up. But if we'll monitor it. But
Which day? The whole weekend or?
Just the night of the
This Saturday?
fireworks.
The concern was the fireworks on Saturday night.
Yeah, because of the crowd and then everything going on, and the 80s band, the crowd might kind of mingle out. There's not going to be a stage, no stage request on M29, correct?
Correct.
Right.
There will be nothing on it.
So if it doesn't happen, we can open it up. But we'll be there.
What do you need from us tonight? Anything?
Just I needed to let you know because it wasn't in the original request that you guys approved. So if you don't have a problem with it, we'll get permission from the state and
Is there something we
barricades.
need to do, Jim?
No,
We're good?
you're good.
All right. Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Any other departments? D, authorities, boards, commissions. Anybody have anything? 8, unfinished business. There is none. New business. 9A, approve award to local street project number 1. Mr. Bishop.
We bid on Thursday, December 28th, 2023, 10 a.m. Bob Beath, Annette, and myself were present for 9 contractors to bid on local streets resurfacing project number 1. This project, the low bid, was by Aztec Asphalt for a total bid of $358,606.88. This will encompass, and I will get this correct, 7th Street, from Fredmore Highway to Thornapple, 8th Street, from Francis to Clinton, and Pine Street, 5th to 8th. That is project number 1.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Ordered.
Motion is made, supported. Questions? I have one, and I would ask that this be made part of the, if it needs to be part of the motion, but under the bid requirements, it says, number 1, work must be completed by the end of Friday, September 13th. I would like to change that to, what did we say for the first one?
June 1st?
June 1st?
Yeah, end of May.
End of May.
End of
June
May.
1st.
We don't want, I don't want to give them the chance to say, well, we'll meet.
May
it by
30th.
Number 13th.
End of May.
Anyway.
In May?
Yep.
Yeah, that's 8 to 6, correct? You said 8 to 5th. On Pine Street.
8th to 5th.
That's true.
5th Street, okay.
8th to 5th.
All right, so, motion's made, support. Questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Swatt,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Lupa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Foltz,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. They approve award to local street project number 2.
Local Street project number 2, again, December 28th. All parties present, as I mentioned before. Contractors were there for an open bid, 9 of them. Again, low bid was Aztec Asphalt for $200,537.15. This project encompasses Glendale, Palmer to Oak, Palmer St. Clair Highway to Goff, and Palmer St. Clair Highway, looks like intersection. So project number 2, just north of $200,000, low bid Aztec Asphalt.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion's made, supported. Questions? I have one question. Is it reasonable for me to say that since Aztec is doing the first project, can I require them to have the second one done by June 1st also, or is that?
Nope, yes, no, I've already talked to the owners at Aztec, and they can meet that expectation, so why don't we just add it for that one as well?
That sounds good.
Okay?
Any other questions, comments? Call the roll, please.
Fowler,
Yes.
Lupa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Hall,
No.
Foltz,
Yes.
Swatt,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. We will go to C, approve AEW local resurfacing program proposal. Bishop?
Okay, this is considered project number 3, and just excuse me, I'm looking for one detail so I get my streets. It's not on here. Just one second, please. I want to make sure I have the streets right. Here we go. There's Street, Cass Street. Here we go, Oakwood. Okay. AEW performed this open bid for contractors to bid on St. Clair project number 3. The low bid was Murray Underground Systems for $796,987. That's Murray Underground Systems. The project involves asphalt overlay, curb and gutter replacement, and storm drainage improvements along the following streets: Oakwood from Clinton to Sinclair, Jackson from Oakwood to Kearney, and Hugo from Oakwood to where it dead ends. Again, that was Murray Underground Systems with the low bid of just under $800,000.
If we approve this, are we approving the $103,000
No,
testing and administration fees?
no, we are not. That's a totally separate quote that needs to be worked and brought back to us.
Then I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
All right, the motion's made, supported. Questions? I'll have my same question. Does Murray have a finish date?
Mid-June.
Mid-June?
Yes, because of the reconstruction. Mid-June.
That's all right, okay. Motion made, supported. Questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Hoopa.
Yes.
Laporte.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Folds.
Yes.
Black.
Yes.
Gottler.
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. D, approve AEW Professional Services Proposal Construction Observation Inspection Services. This is what you're talking about, Mitch.
Okay.
Yep, no, this is for projects 1 and 2. Project 3 being the $103,000 is going to come. They still have to rework the quote, so we'll be back for this next
Oh,
week.
okay, I'm sorry.
But this is for projects 1 and 2. The first project for phase 1, the resurfacing program would be $9,850, and it's to provide construction and observation inspection services. And for phase 2, for the second phase, would be $5,350. So what we're asking for approval for is observation and inspection services, just shy of $15,000.
So moved.
Support.
Questions? Call the roll, please.
Laporte.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Folds.
Yes.
Watt.
Yes.
Gottler.
Yes.
Hoopa.
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Okay, E, approve council representative appointments to authorities, boards, and commissions. I have some appointments tonight with your blessing. I would like to have the Board of Cemetery Trustees is Aaron Gottler, DDA Downtown Authority is Chris Paul, Fire Authority Mike Laporte, Golf Commission Aaron Gottler, Harbor Commission Mitch Kufa, Historical Commission Michael Bowles, Library Commission Michael Bowles, Planning Commission Mike Laporte, Recreation Commission John Watt, and also I'd like to have Mike Laporte carry on as Mayor Pro Tem with your approval.
Who was Harbor?
Me.
Mitch Kufa.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made, supported. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, gentlemen.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
were we going to vote on the phase 3 testing?
They don't have it done yet.
Okay.
It'll be back next week
Go
because of the
back and
quote.
sharpen your pencils.
Gotcha, because it wasn't on our agenda either.
Right.
Okay, very good.
Okay, F, approve Manor Custerson engagement letter for auditing purposes. Mr. Bishop.
Manor Kassarian has been our auditor of record for the last few years. They have submitted a scope of work and objectives to continue on with another audit. So I'm happy with their services as last year's I stepped in about a year ago to the date. I think they're very professional. I enjoy working with Jordan Smith. Now that we have a full-time finance director who's went through one of the audit processes with Manor, it's a great fit. There's a lot of synergy between our offices. And so I would absolutely recommend continuing our services with Manor.
So moved.
Support.
Questions?
Did we seek elsewhere for this or no?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Nope, a continuation of the, maybe after, I think this might be the third year, might be next year, might be another one to
Check it out.
go at it, just to keep everybody honest.
Okay.
Yep.
This needs a roll call.
What is the amount?
Was there an amount that was listed hourly, I thought, or line items?
30,000?
No, there's a
Yeah.
set amount, and then if there's additional work.
Not to exceed
it's-
3,000.
Total of, it says year ending September 30th, based on preliminary estimates, the fee should approximate the following, 30,000. However, there are some additional forms to fill out, and there is a report to fill out for additional monies. If you see here, it says in any year, the city of St. Clair would like to prepare the F-65 form, They will complete the F-65, and they'll bill the city at an hourly rates not to exceed $3,000. In any year in which there is an implementation of a GASB statement, there will be an additional fee of $1,000. And this year, there is a single audit because we received the monies. The $700,000 that we received from the sale of property and the ARPA. So with those monies, it's going to require a single audit, which is an additional few $1,000s.
All right, we can just do a roll call vote. Is there any questions? I'm sorry, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Okay, G, approve waste management 5-year contract. Mr. Bishop.
So we had worked with Waste Management. Our representative is Jill Reynolds. We had asked for an agreement, at least an extension, at no cost, no increased cost to the city residents for trash and rubbish services. That is honored in this new contract. After that, you would see from December 24 through November 25, an increase of, looks like $2.40. And then it increases about $1 after that for the next 5 years. The reason is Waste Management is deploying brand new trucks and sidewalk pickup services. So what that requires is rollaway carts that they're going to be providing to the residents. And instead of having two people working a truck, it's going to be a driver and an operator. And they're going to pick up your cart at the side of the road, dump it over the side of the wall, put your cart back down, and drive away. So it requires rollaway carts, which not everybody uses.
We're locked into doing that by approving this?
Waste Management as a company is doing away with traditional services and going to the rollaway carts.
Are they providing the carts to the homeowners?
They are.
What happens if you exceed the cart? Do they,
Get another cart.
but let's say it's Christmas, okay, and you have a lot.
Yeah, you had a couple parties, you got 4 garbage cans full of stuff.
And you don't have an extra, you don't want an extra bin, because the bin works 99% of the time. What do you do then? Do they only pick it up? Because I've been in.
No, I actually had this experience. I lived in a place that we had cartside pickup, and so we were doing a move, and so you lay boxes out or whatever else, just like you're talking about. The guy gets out of the truck and puts it in the dumpster.
I've seen others, if it's not in the cart, they don't pick it up too. So I think we need to check that out.
Is Waste Management our only option?
Waste Management, we're under contract right now.
Yeah, when's the contract out?
No, there's
This is
3
a
or 4.
contract extension, right?
This is a continuation of what has already been started through December 1 through the 24.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to keep the same price to all the residents, we're moving all the way up and did a 5-year extension instead of going back to them on a 1 year. We get a better rate. We get a better percentage.
This is a
long term.
This is a decline in services, though, because they're going to do recycling every other week on this as well, according to the back page of this contract, instead of doing weekly recycling pickup. Top line, the back page. And I'm not in favor of that.
I think they're doing that because they're giving you a 96-gallon thing to collect recycling, what you have.
That
now
I
is
have to
about,
store
what,
in my
5
own
gallons?
house. You know, like
96, what'd you say?
96 gallons. 2 of them, one for recycling, one for trash.
That's why they're doing recycling every other week, because you're getting something much bigger in that bin you have now.
96 gallons is huge.
Huge, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what a 55-gallon drum looks like. That's almost double.
It's double.
It's a large cart.
Whoa.
It won't be double based on volume, but it is big, yes.
It is,
Yeah,
I mean, those
it's
things
5
are like
feet.
5 feet high and you can't put your arms, I mean, they're big. Different.
I'm not in favor of it for those reasons. I don't love the idea of residents having to deal with those carts of that size and
So
the,
what do? They just wheel them back and forth?
yeah,
96-gallon cart? It's huge.
full of trash.
Full of trash. What about the elderly? They can't push that.
That's what I'm saying.
Do we have a picture or
Yeah.
what other communities are using them?
They haven't deployed them yet.
Oh.
Maybe we should look into it a little further.
This is new to Waste Management beginning next year.
In this area. They've been used in other states. I mean, you see them in Florida all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For this contract.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, in the wintertime, too. Well, what are you going to do if we got 3 feet of snow? 2 feet of snow, we're going to push that cart through that snow?
Is this time sensitive to this meeting, or can we parking lot this and request another quote for another service similar to what we have and have a discussion on that so we can move forward?
Well, two things are in play. One is that the current rate is what it was last year, and they've extended that into this year. And we are already, a month into that type of service, okay? Second issue is that a year-to-year plan with Waste Management, like the touch and go, is going to be more expensive in the long run. Okay? So for a longer contract, you get a better price.
You're locked in.
Well, that's the idea of getting better.
Right, but
getting
who
better
else have
price.
we received quotes from for these services?
We did not take it to bid to, like, say, Mterra, GLF, Jay's Rubbish. I know right now, part of my hesitation to go to bid to say in Mterra, there's a local municipality. I'm not going to say that company specifically, but one of the competitors, a local municipality, is not happy with their service whatsoever. And so, they basically told me
Our
that we shouldn't
residents,
pass it.
are our residents going to be happy with this? Every other week, 96 gallons. These are real concerns. I think it's a.
I agree.
I mean, when we hear 96, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I'm trying to be objective.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have a rollaway cart. If you're storing trash cans by the side of your house now or in your garage now, you're probably doing any household with 3 or more kids and a couple parents at home, right? You're producing probably 2 cans worth of trash. Those are 33-gallon cans.
Right.
That's
Those
what you're
folks,
filling
my kids can put it out.
Yep.
I'm worried about the 93-year-old that I know on Vine Street getting her 96-gallon can.
I understand that. Yep, I understand.
And she doesn't have a place on the sidewalk to put it out either. It's got to be over dirt to get to the edge of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more of my concern is that, she can put a bag out and it'll go. Is she going to be required to put it in this thing? I hope not.
These things are huge. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at them online right now.
Yeah. So when it comes to recycling, right now the average house is doing 1 bin a week, and those bins are anywhere between 10 and 12 gallons.
Yes.
Right. And so the every other week thing, you're really not adding that much. You would never fill it up in a given 2-week period, 96-gallon drum. You wouldn't fill that up with on the average. I think what we're drilling down to is how cumbersome something rolling a cart like that would be with 2 wheels, and putting it in place. I think that's what we're drilling down to. I don't think the usage is going to be so much the fact. I think it's about handling a cart versus handling multiple trash cans.
Can they come in here with a cart? Do a little presentation?
Push it around.
Push it around for us?
I don't know if they have them.
One of us can get in it and see what it's like when it's full.
Put one of you guys in there.
We'll put Mike in there.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
Got comment on
Yes,
that?
sir.
Frank Kleiss, 1104 Clinton Avenue. In the last 2 municipalities that I lived in, we had those carts, the 96-gallon carts. They have huge wheels on them. They're not hard to move around, even when they're full. But I is concerned about Christmas. If you looked at the front of my house after Christmas Day, the whole place was filled with the big construction bags because we have a lot of people that come over on Christmas. So I understand that concern, and are they still going to pick it up? And then the other concern is the recyclables. In the summertime, when it's 90 degrees out, you clean the recyclables, but you don't, wash them. So, then you're going to have flies and everything like that. So, I know they have lids. I understand. I'm just another concern about the every 2 weeks. I would rather have the weekly than the other 2 weeks on that also.
Thank you, Frank.
Clair 1374 South Riverside. What about yard waste?
What about it, Bill?
Well, now we put them in bags and they pick the bags up. Or a trash can with an X on it is going to give us a third 92-gallon can for yard waste?
No, if it fits in a bag and fits in a can, they'll take that away. If it's something that need to call for a city, we trim bushes or timbers, you put it by the curb, and our DPW pick it up and chip it away like they would normally do.
I mean, right now, Waste Management picks up leaf bags, anything we put in the paper bags, they pick it up.
Yeah, in the spring, I
Right.
may have 7 or 8 bags in the,
As part of our trash pickup.
Sure.
So now are we gonna get a cart now to put our grass clippings in?
No, I'm sure the bag of the grass clippings, like a garbage bag, would go in the 96
Yeah,
gallon
well,
cart.
if he's saying he's got 7 bags sitting out there, 7 bags gonna fit in there?
No, not 7 bags.
Well, I'm just curious, you know, now we're gonna have 3 carts, regular trash, recyclable, and yard waste. Grass clippings that they gotta pick up.
I'm happy to make a phone call.
And how
If
far
that's
off
the-
the,
if
how
that's
far off the
desire of the
curb?
council, I'm happy to make a phone call to Waste Management.
Do you know how far off the curb these have to be for them to grab them? Are they right tight to the curb or?
Well, the arms extend pretty
They
far.
do, yeah.
I mean, is there set distance off the curb that they have to be so they can get hold of them or?
No. The drivers are pretty well attuned to this because not every driveway is set up the same way. So some are at the middle of the driveway, some are at the curb, some are in the road. So the drivers are trained to pick up the cans and where they are.
They said they sent out literature at every home explaining that kind of thing.
Well, I was just, like I said, I was just curious about the yard waste. Now, like I said, now I got 3 cans.
Oh, just 2.
Can we make a motion to table this till next week, get these answers?
All right, the motion been made to table. Do I have a support?
Support.
Call the roll, please.
Hall,
Yes.
Volz,
Yes.
Watt,
yes.
Gatler,
Yes.
Lufa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. All right, 8, special event permit, East China School District's Chili Heart 5K Run Walk Chief.
Annette, you'll have to rescue me with the date, because I didn't bring that paper down, but
February 10th.
February 10th, East China has requested for their Chili I Heart Run. It doesn't require any city services, because they leave the middle school on Yankee and run through the Highlands, but all their paperwork's in.
Motion to approve.
Supported. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Chief. Number 10 is claimed to the council, December 21, 27, January 4th.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
Questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 11 is public comment, public questions. Do we have any non-agenda items? 3 minutes, please.
Three minutes.
Phil Lundman, 902 Clinton, here to talk about the bike path again. I've gone through a lot of notes putting together over a period of time, and I discard them and start over and whatever, so I've shortened this up. Mr. Bishop, I'm going to give you what I wrote before because you're the new kid on the block, and you weren't here when a lot of that stuff was going on, so you can use it for information or whatever, and if you need any clarification on it, just give me a call. I tried to keep it brief, but I tend to get a little windy at times, so.
That's all right, I got the clock on you.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll finish it next time, no problem. Okay, here we go with the last. I tried to put this all together. I've come before you several times before on this bike path issue. I have felt that my comments, while they were allowed, they fell on deaf ears. I know no one on the council believed me when I challenged Mr. Pangori on that live screen when he said, yeah, we can make that grade work. And I challenged I had already done the homework on it, and it doesn't take an engineer to figure that out. But anyway, I did the homework, and I knew you could not do it on the city easement. So I asked him to prove me wrong. Well, I don't believe any of you believe me on it, but I would have welcomed any questions from the council to ask, where did you come up with this? Are you sure? Whatever, but nothing ever happened. I did my homework before shooting off my mouth and found out that I was correct, and he found that out also because in short order they had to go to the city to get an easement. So anyway, I wish maybe you would have looked into this before voting for this project and allow it to go forward. You even, because there was some turmoil on that, I even respectfully requested that you table the issue to allow time to look into the problem. You ignored the fact, you moved on and you voted for it. I asked a council member afterwards, why did you vote for it? He says, because the engineer said it would work. Well, I said it wouldn't, so, and I was the one who was correct in that matter, but it doesn't matter. It's all past history now. Anyway, here we are today with our properties. We're trashed. A full 3 months of construction in front of my house and the neighbors' houses. And we're not even close to being completed yet. I don't think anybody perceived that a bike path would cause this kind of turmoil. This was supposed to be a minor thing, let's just slip it in here and we'll put a bike path in and whatever. Nobody anticipated this amount of work, but every time Ryan come up with a new drawing, and I don't know how many drawings I saw, but every time he'd come up with something, for some reason I'd look at it and, well, you can't, you know, you're gonna have an issue. And the last time when he came in and said, the latest drawing is we're gonna come straight in off the street. And I says, oh, you're gonna compromise our sewer and water freeze lines. And he looked at me, oh, I don't think they even perceived doing anything with that. But I am glad that I brought it up because it could have turned into a nightmare. They may have caught it after the fact, I don't know, but at the time when we were talking, when I saw the look on his face, I don't think they were even thinking of doing that. So, but anyway, the construction has generated a lot of new issues and are still yet to be dealt with, as Mr. Bishop knows. The only people that I saw representing the city of St. Clair that were on that construction site was Mr. Bob Beath from DPW and, of course, Ryan Kern, the engineer. I saw him a time or two. So there was, nobody was coming around checking, looking, seeing what was going on. But finally, on a good note, it was refreshing to see Mayor Cedar respond to my neighbor, Mr. Williams, that we hear you and we will make this right. I hope we can make that happen because we are unhappy with those walls that they put up. They're too
Phil,
close.
sorry. I let you go too long.
You want me to stop?
Just give one more sentence.
Lastly, did any members of the council go ahead and take my advice and drive their vehicles up our driveway? Anybody do it?
Well, I tried to at Melms's, but
You couldn't do it, could you?
Not doing that.
I
When we
rest-
met with that guy gets it. He
And
understood.
I rest my case then.
All right, thanks, Bill.
I'm done.
Sorry for cutting you off there, but
Frank Gleis, 1104 Clinton Avenue. About the bike path, they did the wall in front of my house and they didn't, I'm actually happy with it, but when we were discussing it, about the height of the path on the one side of the path as opposed to the other side of the path, it was told to me that, I just want to get it on record, that they were going to be tearing up that path in the spring and lowering that so that it's more even on each side. And so I'm hoping that's what they do. And also they left an area about this far from the wall to the path itself. I would like the path to go to the wall so they could actually give me a little bit more grass space towards the street. So if they could just move the path over, it's still going to be 10 feet, but just hug the wall and then go up, you know, to the next part of it there. So I just wanted to get that on record so that it was, and I will see you probably Friday about that also, because you'll be out in front of my house. So the other thing is about the waste management. We, in the other communities I lived in, we did have a grass container. And I use garbage cans with labels on them for my grass right now. I don't use the bags because it's a lot easier than dumping grass into the bags and just to put it in a can. And I use like 3 to 4 of them just for my yard alone. So if we're going to get, I would prefer a can if we're going to go that route, not have to put it in bags.
all right, thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, we will go to number 12. Mayor and Council, Icy Bazaar, 17th, no, 18th, 19th, 20th? What are my dates?
19th to the 21st.
19th to the 21st, okay, and then Saturday, the 20th is the fireworks? Right. Do you have anything? Okay, we're going to number 13, then, and I'm going to ask for a motion to go into closed session to consider a periodic personnel evaluation of city superintendent and for the purpose of discussing a confidential attorney-client legal opinion. I will ask for a motion to that effect.
So moved.
Support. Motion made, supported. Questions? Call the roll, please.
Folds?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Stotler?
Yes.
Ufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to go out them doors and go upstairs. We'll come out and if there's anybody that hangs around, because we may take some action when we come back from the closed session. I'm just not sure if we will or not. Thank you very much for coming tonight and for your courtesy and calmness. Michigan's up 42-0.